In the super heavyweight division, nothing is accidental. Every step, every breath, every exchange carries consequence, because at plus 92 kilograms, power is not theoretical, it is decisive. When Zacharie Serge Mvogo Amougou steps into the ring in Dubai, he carries more than just his frame and fists. He carries the identity of a reigning African champion, forged on home soil in Yaoundé, validated by gold and reinforced by the belief that one clean punch can rewrite any script. At 31 years old, Mvogo is physically mature, battle-tested, and dangerous by default. But across from him stands a man who's made a career out of surviving danger and neutralizing chaos. Mahammad Abdullayev does not look imposing in the traditional super heavyweight sense, but his resume speaks louder and his posture. 2 consecutive IBA World Championship bronze medals, an Olympic appearance in Tokyo, years of international combat against the world's sharpest technicians. At just 26, Abdullayev has already learned lessons that most heavyweights never fully grasp. This fight, set at the round of 16 stage of the IBA 2025 World Boxing Championships, is not just about advancement, it is about hierarchy. Mvogo arrives off a walkover. Fresh, untested in this tournament, Abdullayev arrives as the number 2 seed, already expected to win, already carrying pressure. One man believes in force, the other believes in systems. And when the bell is about to ring, the question isn't who hits harder, it's who understands the damage curve of a 3-round war. From the opening seconds, the contrast is immediate. Mvogo moves with intent, shoulders loaded, overhand right cocked like a threat that demands respect. His punches travel wide, arcing through the air with the promise of devastation. This is the currency he trusts. Abdullayev, dressed in blue, does not rush to exchange. He watches. He slides just out of range. Gloves high, elbows tight, feet always under him. Every miss from Mvogo is not wasted. It is recorded. The first right hand whistles past Abdullayev's guard, and the response is telling. No counter, no panic. Just a subtle step and a nod of acknowledgement. Then the jab comes, sharp, jolting, straight. Abdullayev touches the body early, forcing sound out of Mvogo's lungs, testing how deep the tank really goes. Mvogo swings again, a heavy left hook this time, but it cuts through space rather than flesh. Abdullayev blocks, rolls, and answers with compact punches on the inside, shots that don't look spectacular, but score every time. This is not a round meant to dominate. It is a round meant to decode. Abdullayev even switches stance, momentarily southpaw, changing angles and forcing Mvogo to recalibrate. By the end of the round, the visual damage is minimal, but the structural difference is obvious. One fighter has thrown with emotion. The other has collected data. When the bell sounds, the judges don't hesitate. The round belongs to the man in blue, not because he was louder, but because he was cleaner, calmer, and already one step ahead. The second round begins with urgency from Mvogo. He knows adjustments are needed. The punches tighten slightly. The jab appears more often. For a moment, there is hope that momentum might shift, but Abdullayev has already chosen his path, and it leads downstairs. A counter left lands flush. A right hand sneaks to the ribs. Each body shot pulls something intangible out of Mvogo. Timing, explosiveness, patience. Abdullayev's experience begins to show in layers. He allows Mvogo to come forward just enough to create openings, then punishes him for the effort. When Mvogo throws the overhand right, Abdullayev's left shoulder absorbs it effortlessly, and the reply is immediate and precise. Inside the clinch, Abdullayev works with purpose, freeing his hands, scoring, then stepping away before danger can arrive. Mvogo's breathing changes. The mouth opens. The shoulders rise. These are small details, but at elite level, they are alarms. Abdullayev senses it and turns southpaw again, disrupting rhythm, landing a left hook to the body that forces Mvogo backward into the ropes. The African champion fights back with heart, digging to the body himself, but the exchanges favor the man with shorter paths and better balance. When the round ends, it is closer on paper, but not in reality. 4 judges see it clearly for Abdullayev. 1 gives Mvogo credit. The truth sits somewhere between effort and efficiency is winning. By the time the 3rd and final round begins, the equation is simple and cruel. Mvogo is behind. The clock is against him. Only something dramatic can change the outcome. For a brief moment, he looks refreshed, the magic of a 60-second rest. But that illusion fades quickly. Abdullayev goes back to work immediately, touching the body, forcing Mvogo to reset over and over again. The punches from the African champion still carry danger, but the accuracy never arrives. The hooks loop too wide. The overhand right loads too long. Abdullayev reads them all. A right hand lands clean as Mvogo is pushed back to the ropes, his balance compromised, his reactions slower. This is the moment where super heavyweight fights often end suddenly, but Abdullayev refuses chaos. He applies pressure without recklessness, scoring in bursts, then stepping away. Mvogo keeps swinging, driven by pride and necessity, grazing a hook here, touching a beard there, but never finding the clean impact he needs. The body shots continue to sap his resistance. His feet slow, his posture softens. Still, he fights on. In this division, one punch can flip reality, but reality does not flip today. When the final bell rings, the relief on Mvogo's face is unmistakable. He has given everything he had. It simply wasn't enough. The decision is inevitable. Unanimous, Mahammad Abdullayev moves on to the quarterfinals, his hand raised not in celebration, but in quiet confirmation. This was not a fight he needed to survive. It was a fight he needed to manage. Against a reigning African champion with proven power, Abdullayev never chased dominance. He chose control. He took away space, took away oxygen, and most importantly, took away belief. Mvogo leaves the ring with dignity intact, having fought with determination and courage, but accuracy and structure betrayed him when it mattered most. This bout becomes a case study in modern, super heavyweight boxing. At this level, raw strength opens doors, but it does not keep them open. Experience, adaptability, and bodywork win tournaments. Abdullayev advances not just with a victory, but with momentum, confidence, and another reminder to the division that intelligence scales just as well as power. $10,000 added to the bank, another elite opponent waiting, and a quiet message sent to everyone watching. In 3-round boxing, especially among giants, the sharpest weapon is not the punch you throw, but the one you never allow to land.